Does everybody know what time it is? It's Howdy Doody time. Just kidding. Yeah, I loved that show when I was a kid. Welcome to WorldFamousBlaze.com. I want to thank everybody for that did tune in. You know what I mean? Like, wow, hello, how you doing? Welcome to the North Country. So my name is Thunder Anderson. I'm a Mohawk from upstate New York, and I'm sure you guys know that because if you shopped here before, you know we got Fire Flower, we got World Famous Blaze with world famous strains, and we got $50 dabs. You know, so when you come in and check us out, you'll see what that's all about. And we got diamonds. We got it all. We got batter. We got the best dabs in the North Country, hands down. And if anybody sells them cheaper than us, we'll give them to you. Just kidding, just kidding. See store for details. Like I said, I wanted to break it down real quick. I know I'm a jokester, and I like getting around. I like talking to everybody. You know, I'm in the store every day. I'm the easiest guy to talk to. You know, you come to me, you have a problem. We work it out. We do. Don't we, Dustin?
We do.
We do. We work it out with you. You know what I mean? You come in, you know what I mean? You bought like you bought an ounce and it was, 29 grams instead of, and you want to bring back that 1 gram, admit that, it was over. Just kidding. That's never happened. But we've been a little under sometimes, you know what I mean? Skills ain't always right. But we correct it. And what we like to do here is we like to create a bond with our people. We like to give back at least 30% of what we made. You know, we've came from nothing. We've had nothing. We've shared nothing. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is my name is Thunder Anderson. I wanted to break it down real quick. They said do a quick bio of myself, and so here I am. We started out in a small shop down in Georgia over 30 years ago. You know, I met that Jackson boy. You know, started off like most people do, not a penny to our name. Married young like folks did then, and just kidding. But yeah, my mother from Akwesasne, my father from Tuscarora. Ironworker father, waitress mother. Barely getting by. Grew up in a trailer, no floors, heat on the floor. Had to break a few laws to get where we were. Me and my brother and my sister, we were tight. My mother too as well. We didn't have nothing. My father died young, and we basically grew up with each other, and that's all we had. So, we relocated back to Akwesasne with our mother, and we did what everybody did. You know what I mean? We lived on the Canadian border. We moved some tobacco and other products, across that imaginary border, and we did our time for it, so we could say that, we paid our dues. We can go online to say that now. It led to bigger and better things, I want to say, but I did some time for those things too, and now I can admit it. So if you're not familiar with Akwesasne or how the reservation works up here, there's a bunch of stores, marijuana with legal, our license, our tribal council licensed a bunch of stores, and people got in where they could fit in, and some people are good at it, some people aren't, but we are created equal, so everybody has the same opportunities. Some of the opportunities that we took back in the day that weren't so quite legal were illicit drugs that ended us all up in federal prison, and I did 8 years myself. I went to FCI Raybrook. I spent a lot of time with a lot of big names. I'm leaving a lot of the story out, but I can fill in the blanks later on when we get some other guests, right, Dustin?
Yeah.
And I can break it down to you and tell you stories all night long, of stuff that you've probably only seen on TV. But it was exciting, it was fun, but now here we are legally. And, we're trying to bring you the best flower that United States and Akwesasne has to offer. As that goes, we do give a lot back. You come in, you spend money with us, you put food on our table. We're gonna bless you for that. And I'm rambling on now because I'm trying to think what I can tell you guys about myself that you don't already know. So if you have any questions, you want to hit up the page, ask questions, I'll fire away at it. I went to FCI Raybrook from 99 to 2006. So I did some time. Then I went to a halfway house in Albany, New York, over on Elizabeth Street, right down on South Pearl. So shout out to all my friends from Albany because I met a lot of good people while I was there. I got very fortunate. I had two sons at the time that I was arrested that watched me grow up, you know what I mean, behind bars. I'm not very proud of that. It wasn't one of my prouder moments. I love my kids very dearly, and I try to avoid those mistakes. But boy, when you're in New York State and they got them Rockefeller laws, let me tell you what, it ain't easy. And just trying to provide for myself and my family, I committed a few felonies that put food on the table, and with that. Now, I don't want to go completely into detail, but like I said, I started out with a gateway drug, like they say. Whoop, whoop. Gateway drug. You like that one, Dustin?
That's good.
Yeah, a gateway drug. I started out, but a gateway drug in upstate New York, when you're from Akwesasne, let me tell you what, it's not marijuana. It's anything that you can get across you can buy for American and then sell for Canadian, make a profit off it, put it in your pocket, put it in the trunk of a car, send it out of town, and benefit from it. We dealt with some pretty illicit organizations, in Canada and the United States that I no longer affiliate with, for public record, for all the non-official fans watching right now. I am.
That's important to disclose.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. So, around here, the gateway drug for me was tobacco. If you haven't seen it or read it, you know what I mean? Tobacco was huge in the 90s, and you could buy cases and cases and cases of it for pennies on a dollar. And let me tell you what, a lot of Canadians love to smoke. So, it wasn't a hard time getting rid of it over there. We'd load it in our boats. I've had several myself. And fly down the river. You're 52 cases in your MPL, heading down to Lancaster fast as hell. Guys are trying to catch you, but you can't keep up. You pull your Uzi and they all give up. To rhyme, I wrote sitting in federal prison. So, we smuggled cigarettes for the first half of my life from as young as I could remember. And I remember my mother literally collecting welfare checks just to go and get those one or two cases that we started out with, and then renting a boat that couldn't even get halfway across a small little river that broke down on me and my brother. We would oar over. The first few trips were the hardest, man, and we'd get over there, we'd collect our $300 Canadian and think that we were doing it, man. We were pirates. We were killing it. As the welfare checks finally got cut off and cigarettes, ended up filling up the boat. And we got a little experienced at it, and the older we became, we started flaunting it like a lot of guys doing, and that catches the attention of the wrong people. When you're young and dumb and you got a pocket full of money, the mistakes that you make, even God can't forgive you for sometimes. But well, needless to say, in the early 90s, I got cut off by the Canadian government. Like they cut off literally the taxes on Canadian tobacco and, ragweed and anything else. And the next best thing was bingo, the bingo, the marijuana. The marijuana picked up. It was a big lucrative business. Couldn't get enough of it in the United States, had more than they could handle of it in Canada, and they were just giving that shit away. So I got into that industry for a few years, and then I ended up getting arrested and had a driver get caught with $350,000 and told me that, he got pulled over, but he was fine, and I went to pick him up. Lo and behold, I had, a lot of federal agents surrounding me from out of Vermont. Got locked up for that one. I think I spent like 2-3 years in county. And I was still a minor at the time, so they had a hard time with me. I spent some time in Franklin County, and then that's back when you could smoke too, Dustin. You go to Malone. Let me tell you what, if you were in a minor pod and you turned 16, 17, and you had cigarettes coming, you were a popular minor. And you basically ran the pod because all the other kids wanted to smoke too, huh? But after that, turned around, got into a heavier drug. You know what I mean? The guy that we were getting the flour from turned around and had nothing but powder, and ended up 4 or 5 years running that to New York City, and everybody got indicted on that. My whole family went to prison. Me, my brother, my mother, my uncle, my stepfather, and several friends and neighbors. I got 6 years, 8 months, and the feds, you'll know, you don't get no good time. You get 52 days a month, and they take that away if they catch you with a slice of bread in your cell. So I went away for 6 years, 8 months, and I got out about a month, got a dirty urine, and I was so good at it, they sent me back for another year. So I did 7 years, 8 months, ended up with no good time, so almost 8 years, and here I am today. Got out, went to work, did the whole NRC environmental thing, busted my butt, tried to support my family, wasn't getting anywhere. Lo and behold, thank the gods that be, they legalized the marijuana, and here we are today. Like I said, if there's any questions or anything else that you guys want to know, I did work at another dispensary before I came here. A lot of you guys know it by Famous A's. I worked there for a while, and then they got arrested. I got arrested there, and then and now I'm employed here. So you know the story. You know the story. We did a lot of giveaways there. That people were fortunate enough to bless that town. And let me tell you what, I think it's a great town. If you're not familiar with Massena, New York, it is a small town in the middle of upstate. It is right directly connected to Akwesasne, and it's a great place. It is. Fortunate to have a lot of friends there and family there as well, and people I consider my family today that I didn't have then. That I do consider my friends. But to me now, I want to say that there are some great people in the North Country. I don't care where you're from. If you think New York and you're thinking that it's a bad spot, you got the wrong idea, Jack, because this is the North Country, and you're not going to find a greater caliber of people. Real quick, while I'm at it, I just want to say a quick prayer. Send prayers out to Michael Ray, who his girlfriend lost her daughter. We're sorry to hear that. She was 13. She was diagnosed with Saposi.
I think they're saying cerebral palsy.
I think it's cerebral palsy.
That's what he's...
And if you guys can just say a quick prayer for Michael and his family, at this time, that'd be a great idea. We could do that. We can all, bring the power of prayer to this podcast. I know there's a lot of questions that you guys probably have, because when you come in, I talk to you all day about it. So we got flour, we got dabs, we got just about anything. And if you mention it to us and we bring that product in, then you get a discount on that product because we're carrying it because of you. I'm proud to state that. We do price match with anybody. We carry all official product. We don't fill it up in the bathtub in the back room. That's not the way we roll. I don't feel like that's the way that marijuana culture is laid out. I don't feel like that's the way that that our generation ever did things. To me, the marijuana culture has always been the laid back, people relaxed, stay in your own lane, tight, get your buzz on, get your work in, spend your 40 hours, support your family, and that's why I don't participate in any of those. Everything that we have is straight from the distributor. We don't play those games. I never was a mad scientist. I never thought, let me do this and that, and I want to make an extra $3. Nah, fuck that. We don't do that. So, I want to invite everybody coming down here that make sure you put in for our 30 days of free Blaze that we're going to be giving away. Our second place person is going to win, 14 days of free Blaze. And our third place contestant is going to win. We're going to be doing that on the 14th right here at World Famous Blaze. We're going to be on our podcast. We're going to go live. We're going to give it away. Like I said, the third place person, if I didn't say it already, because I'm a little high right now, it'll be $1,000 cash. I don't see any other questions right now that I can answer for anybody, but I learned at a young age that that line is not imaginary, you know, and you know, we did cross it many times. I think that's what we're supposed to be talking about, right?
Right.
It's hard to read these comments and talk to you guys at the same time. When I was at Raybrook, I was in there with, it's a federal prison right here in the Adirondacks. I was in with John Gotti Jr., a lot of the Gambinos, a lot of the Lucchese's, a lot of the Russian mob, I was affiliated with a lot of those guys that we worked with before that. So we fit right in. A lot of them thought I was Italian when I first got there. So I went from a 12-man room that normally takes, 5 years to get into a 2-man room. That day, guard came up to me and was like, "Hey, you're Italian?" I'm like, "No, I'm Mohawk. I'm from New York." They're like, "Well, you look Italian, so you're up there with the Calabreses and the Gambinos. That's what's in this unit." So I got lucky right out the rip. You know what I mean? I went from a 12-man room with people that did not smell so friendly and prayed all night long to living the dream with these guys. And, I still admire a lot of them guys. I still talk to them today. I noticed John's got his own website. I noticed a few other people that they got their own podcast, and I never really considered doing it until I started going live for the store and trying to promote, some of the things that I found that I thought were awesome and wanted to show you guys. And I turned around and, it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And, if it weren't for the customers and the things that, you guys come in and tell me about and God blessing me with the capabilities of being in the position that I'm in with the store, I wouldn't be able to do that, so it is made possible by you. With that, I'm going to go ahead and cut it short. I gave you guys a rough cut. I just wanted to say, hey, this is me. I'm Thunder Anderson. I'm over here at Famous Blaze. Don't miss us. We're 8 to 11. We do have a 24-hour drive-through. We got a rewards program. You come in, you buy anything, you get mad points. You can spend those points just like cash. Our cigarette shop's going to be up and rocking by the end of the week. We're working on another building right next door, so we can have that drive-through all night long for all your necessities. Something that you may forget to pick up during regular working hours. That's what we're here for. If you have any questions at all, make sure you call us at 518-651, 358 1023.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Did you got it?